Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Johnny Cakes up in the Cake Factory on chess.com doing our first puzzle rush. Puzzle rushes will allow us to start with puzzles at the very bottom of the rating chart to as far as we can go. So essentially we'll start as low as 100 and can go as high as, well, we're going to find out pretty much. So with that being said, we are going to be doing survival to get started. This will allow us to do things at our leisure with these puzzles. If we do 3 or 5 minute, we can only get through as many as we can in that time frame. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with our survival playthrough. All right, so the king has no way down, apparently. So the only way it can go is here or here. So we're going to go ahead and end that with pretty much a checkmate. All right, same thing on this puzzle. Looks like we have this here, which will attack. The rook will attack, and the bottom rook will come up for the checkmate. All right, so white to move. The king can't move here, 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 and only has the movement to go up here. That's going to be our mate. All right, white to move. King can't move here, can't move here. I can't move here, but it could move here. So what we are going to do is we're going to move this white rook over, give us a mate. Okay, black queen just took the rook. What do we have? We've got the bishop and the queen on the same column attacking diagonally, which will give us our checkmate. Okay. Here we've got the queen threatening my queen anyway. I don't need that to be taken. We got the rook down here on this file here, or the rank. We got the queen that can come down and essentially attempt to threaten mate. So what we're most likely going to do here, let's see. We could potentially come up here to take and move here for the mate. If the rook comes this way, we just go and take the rook. There's not really anything else that can really be done. If the rook comes here, king takes. Queen can come here, nothing happens. There's no other immediate threat. So I think this would be our best move in this puzzle, because the next move again would be threatening mate right here. See, there goes that move. Move back up, take, move back up, take, and that's that. All right, what do we got? So king can't move here, king can't move here, or here. So how do we mate this? Let's see. The bishop's attacking here, and so is the queen, and that bishop is hanging. Not really truly hanging. The king could take, but can't in this case because the queen will be backed up, and this would be mate. All right, black to move. Let's see here. We've got this to check. Right now, the king can pretty much move anywhere but here, because of the pawn. So what happens? We've got the pawn over here that we want to pretty much take up. I think what's going to happen, we're going to go ahead and do a check. The king is probably going to see somewhere near the rook. I'm not sure exactly where it'd move, but it's probably going to move somewhere closer to here. But we're going to take the rook because we're going to pretty much run the pawn all the way up. So we're going to take and we're going to run. And there's that. Okay, so look at this beautiful open file right here. Oh my gosh. It's just asking for it. We got the discovery check right here. Let's see. What else do we have? Again, we want to really look forward to getting that king out. I mean, we got this move here, but queen's going to take. The pawn would be hanging. Pawn's protected by the king right now and the knight. I think, let's play it out. Right now, the king can move here or here. It's not limited in regards to the available squares. If we move here, okay, the queen is going to do its best not to come in its way and me take the queen. If king does see the potential of this, white may sack the queen. I don't know what's going to happen here. But if I do this, it opens up. The queen or the rook are going to have to come down to protect it. The knight is essentially going to have to land on a white square, so it's not going to land in the line of sight of the bishop. So in this case, I'm pretty much thinking this is going to be our best bet. right now to start. Okay, and again with the discovery check, and we go ahead and take here, and that's that. All right, so let's see here. We got this beautiful spot we can come up here to with the help of the rook. This square's pretty much not being protected, and if I were to come up here and check, it would be great to go here, but the knight's got that backup. So if we come here, king can't move here, but he can come down hiding. He can't hear because of that. So I think what's going to happen is going to come here, go down. I'm going to take the rook. Yep, there's that. All right. So now what we're probably going to do to help keep this pawn from coming down faster than it needs, because the whole goal, essentially, especially with pawns, is to get him promoted, right? So what happens is if the king takes, I start moving up. I mean, it's very possible it may just say move up because the king still has to get out of the way. But if I move up here first, king moves, then I go, king takes, then I go. Nah, darn it. It just wanted me to go all the way. That's a shame. All right, so let's do... Can't move here. Can't move here. The knight's got that protected. Can't move here. So the king is stuck. So I think what's going to happen is, now sometimes we know we need to get our queen right here, right? We know we got to get our queen right here, because that would be mate. Easy. But... so if I come here, king moves up here or down, it's probably going to move down. Either way, there's going to be checkmate very soon. So, but we're threatening mate here, right? Right there. So, I mean, I doubt it. We need to do the best moves. Sure, I could take this queen. I could take this knight, sorry. But is that the best move? That's what the puzzles are all about, are the best moves for the situation that we're in. I don't necessarily think that this is the best move. This could be. Because then we're going to start moving our pawns up. And the knight's here. So, yep, there's that. Go. There we go. So, what we have here is we have a potential sack to checkmate. So we've got this here that moves here, takes, because it's in check now. I'm checking the king, so it's not like the rook's going to be able to take, right? Check, take, mate. Okay. So here, take, take, check, queen down, take. What does that do? Maybe get the rook out? Well, now here's this too. Take. I should definitely take with the pawn. This may come down to take, come up, and then the bishop takes. Bishop can't take because we've got the queen in check. So it's going to be this first, then this, and then we're going to take the bishop. Okay. Got the attack here. Okay, got a hanging, not hanging because of the queen. We've got ourselves a hanging knight over here, not being protected. So what we could do, if we know this is hanging, we could take, then come up here, because I'll take, opening up the file for the rook. But it could give us a better position in the long run. I'm probably going to take that bishop. And then take, got ourselves a knight. Okay. So we've got take, can't come down here because of that. So I don't, oh, we got a queen here, easy. Oh my God. Sometimes, don't even say, I didn't even say that. It's probably going to be taking the, because here, I mean, let's be real, the queen's going to move. I don't see any really better move. Okay. I've lost so many puzzles on that just because I'm so in stuck in another section. I don't even see that. That's why it's very important to look at all 64 squares, or at least glance out. You know. Um, let's see. So we got the threat here. Got here. This is interesting. Cause say if I take check, then what? I can't really go here. I can't go here. I can't go here. So these squares are off limits. So there's not really a good check. Ah, hanging rook. Hanging rook. Okay, as appetizing it would be to come here, right, and trade. It's not really a good trade because it's there, but one square difference, people. One square difference. Don't go here. You would go right here with this. And then what's going to happen? King's going to go over. I'm going to go up one, take. Rook comes up, take for the mate. So here we go. Okay. We got the threat with mate right here. Pawn comes down. Trying to think what else from there. So here, here, here. And then over here, and then here, and then move in. That's what's going to happen. So we're going to go threaten mate here. Pawn's going to come down. I'm going to come up here to check. King is going to go over. I'm going to come here. Then still threatening mate on the same square because no matter what happens, the queen has no way to get on any blue squares. I mean, she's pretty screwed. So I'm pretty sure that's the puzzle. Yep. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see. Can't move here and can pretty much move anywhere else. I don't see any good immediate checks. That's not good. We got a hanging knight, a rook here. We got a hanging bishop. Look at that. Like all these pieces. Oh, wait, now it's protected by the knight. All these pieces just undefended, right? Just like crazy. Crazy. It's almost like you want to get like this rook right up here, threaten this line, but you got this going down. So I don't. This is what it is. With the check, take, and threatening here. That looks like that's. It looks like I'm sacrificing a knight for a rook. That's probably it. Because hear me, guys. Again, I'm now off this file. The rooks are now seeing each other. But the king has to make a move first. Now, I'm trying to think here because the king could move here or here. Right? So, leaving this protected. But that's only if he does not take my knight. All right, so check, take, and we got the move up here for the fork on those pawns. That's what's going to happen right there. Check, fork. Damn. Let's go. Okay. Of course, pinning in my bishop. Bishop can't move. We got the threat. We got the threat on check. King moves. Now what? Now what? Ah, check, move, check, take, queen up, check, rook comes back up, take, mate. Good. That nice diagonal. Look at that nice diagonal. You know, it's almost like my gut just wants to take this knight here, threatening this. Take. Then we got the rook. And then what's going to happen is king moves down. Only thing you do, queen takes, king takes back, I take knight. And I'm in the way better position. I'm going to have great bishops. You know, I've got diagonals. You know, essentially, I mean, this is pretty sure the knight. Because even if he doesn't take right away, the bishop's coming. You know? There we go. All right. Sorry, adjusting audio. Okay. Okay. So there's no immediate check. Okay, there's no immediate capture. So all we can do is really threaten. So we've got this take, which is backed up by the king, so that's a no-go. We've got this threatening this, pretty much, and we'll have that little chain here. I don't really see a move the queen can do. Queen's not gonna move here. That's useless. That's not gonna be doing anything. Oh, but oh, you know what though? Here's the deal. Focus on the actual color you need to move. It even tells you, it does tell me, it shows me that it's, you know, white to move. So I need to use white, not black. Black just moved, duh. So here is what I've learned recently. When you've got a king up here like this, right? King is only limited to a particular rank. Do your best not to move, say, like the one that's limiting it from rank 7. I want to keep my queen here. I do not want to move my queen anywhere. In regards to moving down anywhere, right? I don't want to go down. I want to stay right here on this rank. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the rook to f6, threatening the check on the king there, and then we're going to move over and we're going to slowly start to make our way to mating the king. So let's move here. Again, I don't want to do this because it's going to allow the king to move down. I don't want that to happen. So we probably want to move here. So what we got here is we've got check, move down, check, and then that's mate because the not gonna be able to move down here because of the queen. So here we go. All right, so the knight threatening the queen. We got the bishop threatening the knight. Pawn has its back along with the rook. I mean, we got ourselves some attack on that c5, protection on that c5 spot. So here's the deal. This is again why, you know, when it comes to puzzles, that it looks for the best move. You know, we have ourselves a hanging, not it's not even hanging, but if I were to, like, that was hanging, maybe we want to take that, but maybe not. Maybe it's not the best move. So what we're probably going to do here, let's see. So the knight moves. It's now threatening these two squares, and it's got a rook in its way. If I move, say, the knight first, now threatening the queen, knight takes. I would take queen, and then that would take rook, and then he's up a rook. Because what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up the same amount of pieces there. So let's play it out. If this goes here, if pawn takes, I could then do that. Or even if rook takes. I can still do that. Getting these two squares. So I think we're going to take with the bishop. And we're going to go ahead and go for that. Yep, did. So now we got that. And then now we got ourselves a rook. Oh, man. What now? Moving it out of the way, probably. Getting it in protection. Yep, there we go. All right. Okay, well, let's see. Got the threat here. Takes, good, because now it's no longer threatening mate, potential mate, right? Can't move here, and then I'd be screwed. So if I take, now what? The queen is... Now, here's the deal. If I take, check, comes over, and I take a knight, that may be... I'd be up then. I'd be up. Maybe. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to go check. Now we'll take. Yep. Oh, almost it. All right, let's just put it this way. The D2 pawn is now threatening promotion as soon as that pawn hits D1. Okay, because black starts on the 8th rank. Okay. They could choose between a knight, a bishop, a rook, or a queen. Now, which one do you think they're going to choose? Definitely a queen. So, in this puzzle, it tells me we need to do some immediate action. Okay? Either checking a king constantly or something that's really going to ease my way to winning this puzzle. So, here's the deal. We got a pawn that needs to move 2. We got this pawn that needs to move 1 more. Okay? Now, my king is on the 2nd rank. When this promotes, it's going to be on the 1st rank. There's no check there, right? There's no check. So I have another move. So what's going to happen? I think the best part for this puzzle, since I have nothing that can attack these two at all, and moving the knight would be useless, I'm going to need to move this pawn up 1, threatening promotion as well. And then it's going to come down here and promote to a queen. I'm going to come up here and promote to a queen, but I'm going to be checking the king. So now what I'm going to do is do my very best to be doing as much as I can to check to where I can capture something, or I've got the tempo. Okay, so here we go. So we got the check here, right? Because what's going to happen if I check here and the king moves here, I'm coming here and I'm taking the queen. So I think our best move is to definitely move here, and that's exactly what happened. Because now the knight is protecting the square. I come here and I'm threatening. Bam. There we go. All right, so let's see here. We've got the potential pin of the queen, but this bishop is on the wrong square. We needed to be on this one for that. Let's see if we played it out. But here we go. Check this out. If we take, rook takes, come here up here for a check. Rook comes back up. Rook comes up here pinning because the queen has the backup square to back up c8. And I think that's going to be our move. So first, knight. Rook takes. Queen comes up to check. Rook comes back up to f7. Rook then goes up to c8, threatening the king and pinning the queen. I mean, really, that's all I see happening here. Check. There it is. Now, the difference between a rook and a queen, and I'm pretty darn sure, but is going to be between 5 and 9. You got your pawns at 1, you got your bishop and knight at 3 points, you got your rooks at 5, and you got your queens at 9. So if you have 2 queens on the board, you're at 18 points. And that's all because of their movement and how far their reach is. Okay. Now, if a queen is completely stuck and useless, you can minimize the points it's valued at, because the only reason a queen is valuable is, really valuable is because all the direction it can go, right? All the direction it can go, right? It's got no limit, except unless it's blocked, right? It's blocked. It can't move down all the way, right? So white to move. So we got a queen threat here. So let's see. If we take, pawn takes, rook over here to h1, threatening king on h8. King moves back to g8. And then what? Okay. It's definitely going to be taking this, and it's going to open. Now we're going to come over here and go here. Okay, so now this is strange. Okay, so we don't want to move here because that's done. We got the bishop and the rook aiming at this square right here, right? Just perfectly. It's like that's what we need to do. Now, here's the thing. Sure, we come over here. Comes back over. Now what? I mean, then what? I mean, pretty much it could be here, come over here, right? And then pretty much I think what we're going to do is we're going to move our bishop down here, threatening this to get it free, threatening the mate because it won't be able to move down and it won't be able to take the rook. That's got to be it. Yep. Bingo. Okay. So black to move. Let's see here. Black is limited. Can't move here. Can move here, here. The bishop is on that file. That's nice to know. We've got past pawns here, past the halfway marker, to our promotion. This is an interesting one. I mean, I don't want to take and have one of them take. That's useless. Just to get this pawn when I've got these two over here. Now, ooh, you know what I could do? I could come up here. Threaten to take it. Moves down because I can't do that here. Take and then just move this up. Work on moving that up. I'm having a hard time seeing this one because here's the deal. This is useless, right? Just for this pawn over here. And right now I'm trying to see if there's anything I could do to delay this king from wanting to take that pawn because that's protecting this pawn from moving down. So this is useless because bishop's going to take it. Here's really the best move I can see. Threatening this pawn, comes down, takes. It's probably going to take, and then I'm moving my way up. Oh, it sucks. I don't know what it was, and you can't see it. Gosh darn it. I just was not seeing it. All right, let's see. We got the threat here. Check. Comes down. Check. Comes over. Got the threat here too. I definitely think moving the knight up here to f1 is going to be the thing. King moves down to h2. Because I have to be very careful now because see because if I move here, I'm also pinning in. If the rook comes here, I'm pinning my king. All right, so there's that. I mean, we got here. We got here. But then King Rook's just gonna come over. Then what? Can't move here and take because the pawn's got that. Huh. So here would not be bad. But then again, it's just getting closer to... I don't really know what that's going to do. Shucks. Because it's not like if we move here, now it's not protecting this and come up here because the rook's not here anyway. So, oh man. And as soon as I move it here, that rook comes, it is pinned. It is pinned. Shoot. This is a tough one. I really don't think it's that. But why would it be that either? So, I mean, yeah, I'm protecting this pawn, and I'm attacking here. Bishop is hanging. Maybe it is, though. Because rook comes up, then I come over here. Maybe it is that. Because if the rook comes over here, I take with the bishop. Ah, that was it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our first episode of Puzzle Rush. I appreciate you guys being here and attending it. I plan on doing quite a few more of these, hopefully within the next, as we progress. We're going to go past 1538. We're going to go to 1600. We're going to go to 1700. We're going to make our way up the chain, everybody. I'm looking forward to it. The only thing I'm very sad about is that I cannot see what the answer is. So I will have to just continue working hard and doing the review, and we will together get past 1557 because really 1538 appears to be where I was at, where I ended it. So thank you all, appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.